Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeff, and my co-host as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Episode 2, Picard, Disengage.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
All the titles are TNG puns.
Yeah. The Next Generation isn't a pun.
All the titles are TNG references. No, yeah, still good.
Yeah.
Still good. I guess we're just going to add another old crew member every episode. We got Beverly episode 1, we got Worf episode 2.
You know, I have a feeling...
I guess we got Riker and Beverly episode 1. But...
No, it's not going to happen. But I have a feeling that LaForge and Barclay are a pair, and they're going to work together.
Is Barclay coming? Okay.
Oh, no, I want to see Barclay.
Okay.
That'd be hilarious. This episode starts off where we finished.
Mm-hmm.
They blow up the shuttle.
Yeah.
The Savick shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, they gotta get beamed up. But Picard's putting up transport
knows what's
inhibitors.
up, and then forgets about them when they actually need to leave.
Yeah, like, they're just like, something's not happening. I was like, yeah, we all know what's not happening and why. Like,
oh yeah, that thing I did.
Yeah. You know, I would hate to think my robotic mind couldn't remember things.
Yeah, but it's like, it's specifically nerfed, so it's just a normal mind. Yeah.
We're going to give you an advanced android mind, but make you dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm having trouble remembering things. Inside, internally, all the nanobots are just like, no, denied access.
Yeah. I'm programmed to have dementia.
Beverly's son? Just something familiar about him.
And then Riker, the whole episode is just like, do the math. Like, you see what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Riker is all of us. It's just like, hey, 20 is 20.
Yeah.
20 does equal 20, Picard.
Hey, remember Jason Vigo? I'm getting some serious vibes here.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, he's kind of doing shady shit. That's kind of your son's thing.
There you go.
Like, if Vigo was like an upstanding Federation citizen, I never would have suspected he was my son.
I appreciate that we're just getting this out of the way and they're not kind of insulting us by dragging this out over the course of the season. Like,
yeah. I mean, I felt a little insulted halfway through the episode.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right.
Riker was kind of beating
Come
us
on.
over the head with it. Yeah. But that and Worf, it's like, okay, we knew it was Worf. We knew he's Picard's son. We're just doing this.
Worf showed up, man, because, like, Raffi was bothering me this episode.
Hell no. Sneed is lying. He's covering for whoever really did this. And 117 people are gone.
118, should you continue?
I didn't get that so much.
I'm just like, keep harping about 117 lives because nobody was actually at the recruitment center.
Yeah, that was a ridiculously low number.
Yeah. I mean, it fell on buildings beside it.
Yeah, that was I think that should have been like 11,000 or something like that.
Up it a bit.
Yeah.
Because there's starships with more people that have blown up in this series that you did not fight for.
yeah, there are less people in that building than are on the Titan.
Yeah.
By quite a few.
Raffi was all like, I'm gonna smoke in my trailer and give up on everything and be like, oh no, people have to speak for the dead. Like, self-righteous.
She's getting,
and on top of that, like, the choices that she made in this episode of like, Starfleet's like, yeah, don't worry about it. We got it. It's like, well, no, like, that doesn't add up. Like, I'm gonna go talk to my ex-husband who,
owns a shady bar.
Yeah, owns a shady bar, but has the moral high ground on me still. And is like, hey, stop stalking our son. But I'll give you an introduction, or you can do this.
Yeah, I mean that.
Is it impossible to do both? I get he's testing her, but
it's kind of pointless drama for TV, and it also kind of makes sense from his perspective. It's just like, hey, what do you actually give a shit about? Or like, are you back on your shit, or do you want to actually talk to your son, who you've pushed out of your life? Like, what are you about?
Make a choice. Yeah. That's what I thought.
It was good to show that, like, Raffi, I get the whole, she cares about the lives of so many people, 117, that's it. But, like, over her sons, which this episode was about protecting your son.
Yeah.
It's like the reverse. She's like, oh, I care about all these lives, and then Picard's like, I care about these 2 lives.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but I don't know. Raffi just, her decision making is all over the place. And then on top of that, you were calling it out if you were watching. It's just like, oh yeah, do the drug test thing, because that's gonna prove you're not Starfleet or Section 31.
Yeah, Section 31 would never do drugs.
Yeah.
I think it was probably more about because he was he was
up.
asking her questions after, so I think it was just supposed to make her more pliable to questions. It wasn't about oh, are you gonna smoke a marijuana? Starfleet wouldn't smoke a marijuana.
I enjoyed Ferengi. And the fact that he was played by my 12 Monkeys guy.
Yeah, there was a lot of 12
It's
Monkeys.
literally James Cole in 12 Monkeys, and that name was later referenced, and he said Splinter, which is also a reference in 12 Monkeys.
And I understood none of this, but I'm happy for you.
You should have been like, hey, the showrunners are saying, I'm going to watch 12 Monkeys before Picard. And then you'll get all these other things.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm upset that one of Jack Crusher's aliases wasn't John Crichton.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? I named it Splinter because it feels like you're being ripped apart and then pulled back together.
The Ferengi's like drug testing her. It's like, oh, you must be a pretty good addict to survive this.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know you don't work for the guy because I have his head. And it's like, I'm gonna take this money, which. Duh, you could have just shot her the second she came in and took the money. But I mean, he likes.
Well, he might have wanted some more information.
He likes to fuck
see
with
what's
people.
up. Yeah.
Somebody pointed out on Twitter, so it's like, oh, they missed an opportunity to point out a rule of acquisition.
Yeah.
Don't lose your head over business.
Is that actually a rule of acquisition?
I'm sure it might be on there, but it's also a good funny pun.
No, that was good.
Thankfully, Worf shows up, and
Sharpe batleths. Is this the first time in Star Trek history we have seen a Sharpe batleth?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember how sharp they were in Discovery.
Well, I mean, this one was kind of a CGI batleth a bit. Because, he was cutting through people where generally we just hit them on the surface.
Yeah, normally we just bonk them and they fall over.
We
and
had props back in the day. We didn't have CGI cut through people.
Yeah, so this was great. This is what batleths should look like.
They should be samurai swords and should chop through the shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Love to see Worf come in and kick some ass.
Yeah, for me, it's I'm now gonna I heard people saying by episode 4 you're gonna be 100% on board. If you're not at that point, it's because Worf's gonna make Raffi better. I was like, thank you, Worf. You're going to improve this storyline and add so much comedy. Be like, I'm a pacifist. Wait, I know I was drugged out, but I'm pretty sure I saw you kill 3 guys and chop off a head of a Ferengi.
In the least violent way possible.
Yeah. Very efficient.
Yeah. He spent the absolute minimum amount of time being violent.
I told you to disengage.
I'm reading 4 life signs.
Bring them all on board. We're basically a hotel now.
Got Shaw just kind of, why? I got 500 people here.
Yeah. Shaw continuing to be defined by, you're not wrong, you're just an ass.
Picard's he's on one life. I mean, isn't this the same episode as when the Ferengi wanted his son?
I was getting kind of Nagilum vibes, and he was gonna tell Data that
Don't you dare mention that. No. I already like LaForge. I don't want to see that happen to her.
Well, he was telling Data that life isn't a matter of arithmetic or whatever. Yeah. I think that was that episode.
No, I don't want to see Sidney get destroyed.
Stand by to execute commands. Whatever happens next, Admiral, that's on you.
Engage!
He's just procedure, and like we said though, he's not going to want to engage in this shit, but once this shit happens, he's the one that fired those torpedoes. He didn't say fire, he's just
No, he's professional. He clearly knows what he's doing. We've seen, this isn't like the captain of was it the Enterprise B?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Also
just super
appointed
skittish.
by an admiral.
Yeah, that was just super skittish. Like, this guy knows what he's doing. He's a professional. He's got some shit going on with the Borg that's unfortunate, but outside of that...
Until the novel Sulu's daughter, or Captain's daughter, whatever, that Enterprise B captain never really came into his own. Before he was all just like, what does Daddy want me to do? What does Daddy want me to do? And his dad would like lecture him and come on board and all this stuff. And it wasn't until that where he actually like did something for Sulu that he became his own man. Yeah. So we'll see shit like that. What did you think of the Vadic? Well, Vadic on the Shrike.
Yeah, she is very, she is an odd bird.
Yeah.
She seems to know a lot about everybody.
Captain Liam Shaw.
That's me. It's important for you to know that I was having a nice morning before all of this.
Oh, that's lovely to hear, Liam.
On top of like having lots of Starfleet weapons and you know, knowing psychological profiles of our captain.
Yeah, we're hinting at something there.
Like, how are you still functional? He should have just been like, I drink a lot.
Blue steak.
Yeah, blue steak and I drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, she knows a lot. Clearly, there is a Starfleet conspiracy going on here. I especially didn't like Transporter Guy, because I'm just like, you looked at Picard funny. Why are you the guy in Transporter? She's crazy. It's good succession for her father.
She's doing a great job, though. Like, yeah, she's going to start quoting Shakespeare at some point, and it's going to be fantastic.
Did you notice the bridge? You wouldn't, because I only know this because I was told it. It's the La Senorita Cargo Bay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're using sets as a classic.
Oh, they have to. It's the only way you can keep your budget down.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I'm bringing back the whole cast. I'm gonna grab this Moriarty guy from an episode so far ago. And
don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm cutting costs. Don't worry.
236 photon torpedoes, 18 antimatter missiles, 30 Series 5.
I get it.
You have 1 hour to hand over Jack Crusher.
They get an hour. And so they take that time, and Riker's just like, you seeing what I'm seeing?
20 equals 20.
And then I like Shaw is just like, oh yeah, you know, hit yourself to the unconscious woman, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we couldn't just scan the DNA and see about if he is the son.
I mean, we could. We definitely could. I guess they just haven't yet, but yeah, there's no reason you can't do that. Which is, I guess, another reason they didn't drag it out. Because you would just be like, yep.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that technology should have fixed in this Star Trek future here. Drug addiction should be really simple to fix.
We got nicotine patches for everything.
Yeah, and then even like overweight, metabolism. Boom, like we can take pills for metabolism today.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume the hypo spray that I could get there would be like, hey, you're gonna be hungrier and you're gonna burn more.
I think that might be sort of similar to to what Roddenberry said about baldness. It's like, yes, we could cure it, but they also don't really care so much.
Yeah, but also,
I guess baldness is.
Do you pass your Starfleet physical?
Yeah. Maybe not.
I mean, I remember Bones just driving Kirk with that little push machine with his legs. Like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna exhaust my captain here. This is why captains avoid their physicals. Their doctors are assholes.
Well, it's the one time Bones gets to tell him what to do, right?
Yeah.
I'm the captain now.
How's Beverly?
Arterial wound. We located the internal trauma, stopped the bleeding. She'll be all right.
How sedated is she?
Heavily.
Riker's gone off to check on Beverly and talks to the doctor, and I saw a picture of the doctor's uniform on Twitter, and it's got the side zip flap, and then of course the little deltas here. I really like it. Do you find the uniforms are less pajama or just the same?
I like them fair enough. I haven't taken like a real close look at them. I'm usually more focused on the comm badge.
This episode was super oversaturated. They actually pointed it out on Twitter and got it fixed like after it got pointed out, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, apparently that was an actual error with how it was streamed. The color wasn't quite right.
Yeah, I noticed when we were talking in the dark rooms that like I can't even make out the red on like Riker's shoulders. Like this is dark, guys. Pretty soon, Star Trek, just a dark room.
Yeah, just shapes shuffling about. Like, engage.
Flashback of that Geordi episode on the holodeck where he turned into a blue creature. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I thought it was very odd that, like, he's just like, oh, what's her status? Like, oh, she barely survived, you know, she will survive, but she's super sedated, and it's like, oh, cool, all right. You're like, why is Riker doing
we'd
that?
have changed the colors since you were last here.
Yeah, also, like, you have to load a hypo spray of, like, you know, I'm going to arouse them, bring them back up or whatever. And it's like, couldn't you just order her to do it?
Probably.
Safer.
Oh, well, whatever.
Fucking just go there. Oh, shit, what did I just do? Yeah, she's having a seizure now.
Great way to get yourself kicked out of medbay.
Yeah.
Good lord, Dr. Crusher would not allow that in her fucking sick bay.
That would just be a great gag to have somebody that does that, and then the rest of the season, every time he goes in the med bay for like a conversation with people are just staring at him like, don't you fucking touch anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he brings Beverly to the bridge, who's like having trouble walking, and you know, she gives Picard the look, and then she looks down because she's ashamed for not telling him, and then she looks up and be like, but I'm confirming it happened. And he's like, I was there, I saw it happen. Like,
Are you not seeing what I'm seeing? Do the math, Jean-Luc.
John Picard, what was he like?
Absolutely takes
Was
charge.
he 60?
Gets it done. Yeah.
Because he's,
well, I mean,
he's
people,
80. He's 80 now. He was 60 back then.
People live a lot longer, you know.
Good on
60's
him.
the new 40s.
Not shooting blanks.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? And I am just like, it's always been kind of shitty. I said this last time that the Picard line ended.
Yeah.
So it's really good that I'm hoping this isn't like a double fake out, because I want the Picard line to continue.
No, she's not going to be like, I didn't say he was your son. I really slutted it up after I left Starfleet.
Yeah, possible, but...
Yeah, I like this. Like, oh yeah, I went to Starfleet Medical and disappeared. Are you bothered by the fact that, like, because we learned a lot about Jack, and like, you know, even that 2-week jump back or whatever, and just be like, oh, Romeo and Ale, it's a good antiseptic. He's doing shady deals to acquire weapons, medical supplies. He is doing good out there with his mom, which I thought, like, why wasn't she on the ship with him at the time?
Yeah, like, don't really have a problem with him being involved in this, but I'm not sure what Beverly's role is. Like,
Yeah.
why did she turn to that sort of thing?
She's got to know. Well, I would assume it's to get the medical supplies.
I guess.
To help people.
I guess.
That would be her justification.
Yeah.
But are you okay with Jack being a bit of a shady guy, not in Starfleet, not going to be the next captain of the next Enterprise or next Stargazer or whatever, following his dad's footsteps?
He can do his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we want the Picard lineage to go on, but...
Yeah. We could have another Captain Picard in like 2 or 3 more generations. That's fine. They can dig around for a while.
I don't give a damn what rank I do or don't have. I need a TAC team to the shuttle bay ASAP. I'll secure the transporters.
Security lockdown on deck 7.
We got 7 getting demoted and then getting her command back.
Yeah.
I did like her little line. I don't care what rank I do or do not have. I need a security team. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, you just bought yourself back on? He's like, no, that was your opportunity. You didn't want her on the ship. That was your opportunity to be like, oh, I need a new first officer. That's not Borg. Then they send her somebody else that is. Here's an android. His name is Lore, but we've reprogrammed to be kind. It'd be great if they just keep saddling him with old Enterprise people. It's like, no, I'm tired of these people. Shaw did fire once the time was up, and we got another creepy message from the chick.
Oh yeah, she shot a ship at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hardcore.
Yeah, tractor beam firing. I heard they were unsure whether they could make it look good with the effects, and then once they had finished it, they were like, no, we're keeping that. So there was an option where they didn't.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were just going to blow up the other ship. She's just like,
let me demonstrate my power upon this ship that does not have shields.
Yes.
There's a few times with the shields things, like, oh, I'm going to lower my shield so that you can scan how many weapons I have. Be like, don't you just have like a thing that like could lower that screen so they could do that and not lower your shields? Because Shaw should have shot the shit out of her.
He still might not have enough firepower. Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
They're a science vessel. They're not super big for combat.
Simple. Target bridge.
No, it's just target the bridge.
Damn it, why did we put it on the top?
It's kind of, it's rude. It's not the done thing, you know.
And even Shaw's just like, they're throwing a ship at us, like, shields up. They're like, you're already red alert, bro. Like, you have the shields up. You just did a ram. Like, you bumped into that ship, broke that tractor beam. Like,
which
I
is
assumed
super cool shot. I really liked that. Yeah.
I assumed your shields were up.
I always remember like that bit from Stargate where they're making the fake Stargate show. It's just like, audiences love weapons at maximum. Should already be there, but we're just gonna say it.
They're looking for a fight.
They'll have to find us first.
Follow him!
They fire and they head off into the nebula, which is causing interference and going to be harder to track them.
So we'll do a nice submarine episode next time, I guess.
Yeah. But final thought, Chris?
Final thoughts. Fun. Good. Still enjoyable. I didn't have the same problems with Raffi that you did. I thought she's doing better.
117 watch, Chris.
I know, it's a very small number. It's very small. They targeted the building for terrorist activity on like a federal holiday, and there just wasn't anybody working there. It was kind of dumb.
They're just like, Starfleet recruitment's not very high right now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's just not a lot of recruitment going on. But no, this episode was tons of fun. It was great seeing Worf. It was great seeing Sharpe bat-laughs. And I want to keep seeing more out of this.
Yeah.
Well, hey, stick your tongue out. Test it to be sure.
Thank you kindly.
Chris, you pick up anything with those end credits?
Well, I think we're going to be picking stuff up bit by bit through the whole time, but I think there is a part where you see the DNA, and it's like there's red and blue color DNA, which is cute because Picard's red and Beverly's blue, and
yeah,
cute.
Oi, my British accent and my British slang is still with me, even though
it's
I haven't been to Britain.
Genetic.
Yeah. What's your shield frequency here? It's 10. It's always 10. That's a standard issue.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to headbutt you now. I would have headbutted him, grabbed him before he fell, threw him in, and then watched the force field go up. That would have been cooler. Because
done that too.
I'm assuming guy much bigger than you, not necessarily going to get knocked out. But he laid there. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching.